predator, psycho, mental issues, corpse, freak, seek therapy, mental health issues, seek help, seek treatment, hard drive, psychos, clinically insane, unalive, Rittenhouse, Prince Andrew, psychiatrist, doctor, register, wrong, dead, sick. These are some of the comments that I've learned to filter.
I'm spending a day with Jess, a reborn artist and doll collector from London.
I don't think I've ever done this before, actually.
Reborns are hyper-realistic newborn dolls often used by adults as a therapeutic tool. But the subculture is widely misunderstood, and I'm here to find out more.
So if I have a look at my filtered comments, I will have hundreds of them. This looks fucking terrifying. This is creepy. I legit thought she was holding a dead baby when the video started. Creepy. Ew, they're weird looking. For a minute I thought the baby was real and dead. They're disgusting. I hate this, I want to puke. I'm gonna step on every single one of them. There's a lot of people that will say things like punch them or like prove it's not real by stabbing it, or they have like a very violent response to them, which I do not understand at all. I think someone left me a comment that's like, I would nail it to my door and like cut its head off, and I would stab it in the face, and I'm just like, how can you see something that looks like a real baby and your first response is violence? Like, to me, you're telling me to get help? That is so concerning.
Within 4 years, Jess has accumulated over 314,000 followers on TikTok, showing off her collection and her artistry. She has spent up to £1,800 per doll, but sells hers for 3 figures to help to be more affordable within the community.
I started collecting reborns over lockdown in 2020 because I was lonely, which sounds really sad. I was living with my partner, but he was still going out to work at the start, and we couldn't get a pet because we lived in a flat. And for some reason, my head went to dolls, clearly. And so, yeah, I bought my first one. I thought it was really, really cute. And it just kind of spiraled.
I hold it.
Yeah.
So I'm not really used to holding babies at all. I've held 3 babies in my entire life. Well, I mean, that is realistic, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the weight like, Elizabeth?
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah. I think she's around 9 pounds.
I mean, I find it odd because I have really battled with the thought that I might not be able to have children. I've had a lot of surgeries to try and save that ability, but I don't actually know if I want them or not. I'm also aware that if I then decide I do want them, I might not actually be able to have them anyway. Yeah. So I find like a very strange sort of concept of kind of being around children, because it does make me quite uncomfortable.
I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that means that it's very likely I will struggle to have children. A lot of people do collect these because they can't have children. I've got a lot of friends in the reborn community that can't have kids that would have loved to have them, and so they have these, and it gives, obviously it's not the same as having a child at all.
I think for me, I wonder if I would have the opposite effect of, I would be worried that it would make me really sad if I was shopping for sort of a baby that I couldn't have, maybe.
These are all like clothes that I really, really love, and so I don't tend to put these in the box openings for other people. And then I have a drawer of everything for box openings. So I've got some little hats and things. I've got all my socks. This is a bag of socks.
Baby socks are just adorable.
Which is very cute.
Yeah.
And I've got the nappies in here.
While dressing up and holding these dolls does feel more than a little alien to me, it's hard not to be in awe, if not a little unnerved by the realism of these dolls.
It's quite a lot heavy.
Jess is completely self-taught and can spend hundreds of hours creating her dolls for sale.
Where did you learn to do this? YouTube?
Yes. So I do like a layer of red, yellow, layer of blue, until you kind of build up to this skin tone. This is actually an old pillow that I'm using. I won't use this for the body stuffing, but if it's just for like the head, it can go in, and it takes a surprising amount of stuffing actually. Okay. Like a lot of stuffing will fit in this head because it compresses down, and you want to keep that weighting in place at the back of the head. So you just keep shoving until you feel like you can't shove anymore. Getting all up in there. Zip tie off, like that. And then that is our cuddle baby. And then I always add a nappy. Again,
do you?
Helps it feel more realistic when you're holding it.
I actually don't even know what to do. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Yeah. You don't have to ever face a explosion.
What does that say on the back?
Hello, I'm new here.
I am too.
Just like style the hair.
Within the seemingly peaceful world of doll collecting, Jess can spend hours styling, dressing, photographing and creating content of her dolls for her online fans and her business.
Oh, nice and cool out here. Cool. So, this is the way to the park. Watch out behind you. Sorry. That's the thing with content creation. I think like you just can't be embarrassed about doing anything like in public anymore.
But things aren't always easy when taking reborns out in public.
I had a very awkward experience the first time I ever took a doll out, which was I went to a local shop that my fiance and I go to a lot, and I stayed outside because the pram was too big really to get in the shop, and I never want to inconvenience other people. And one of the shop assistants came out and was like, "Oh my goodness, you've had a baby." And she was so excited that I just didn't say anything and just went along with it as though it was real. And then she went back inside the shop and congratulated my fiance. And he then said, "Oh no, it's just a doll." And then I never went back to that shop again because I'm so awkward that I was kind of horrified that it's almost like I'd lied to her. I hadn't intended to at all. I just didn't know what to say in the moment. So from then on, if anyone's ever asked, I've been very transparent and said it's a doll. Very floppy.
Yeah. I saw on the wall that you have a degree from Oxford.
Yes, I get comments sometimes that say things like, "Oh, you must be developmentally delayed to collect these dolls." And then I'm like, I have a degree from Oxford.
While I personally might not be buying a reborn anytime soon, Jess has really helped educate me, and I can see just how much of a comfort it brings a lot of people.
I was always the weird one at school. I was always kind of a bit of an outcast. I just sit on my own and read a lot of the time. Didn't have a huge amount of friends, and yeah, just being labelled as weird. And even online, like, people label you as a freak and weird. And actually, like, the more you lean into that, I find like the more joy that it can bring you, because actually just be yourself unapologetically, and it's so much fun. Like, I'm living my best life. Like, I'm surrounded by dolls and Lego and books, and I'm just having a great time.